The prospect of life without antibiotics is barely imaginable for a world that has had a cheap and plentiful supply of them since the end of World War II. They are a staple of modern medicine. It's hard to recall a time without them, when an infected cut could kill a healthy young person in a matter of days. But it's now clear that we are heading back in that direction, that the miracle of these drugs is slipping away.
Antibiotics are unique drugs. They're not like any other class of drugs. 50 years from today, the cholesterol drugs we have now will work just as well as they work today. The cancer drugs we have now will work just as well as they do today. That's true of all the other drug classes. Antibiotics are the only class of drugs that the more we use, the more rapidly we lose. When you use it, it becomes less effective for me and vice versa.
That is the essence of antibiotic resistance.
The more you expose a bacteria to an antibiotic, the greater the likelihood that the resistance to that antibiotic is going to develop. So the more antibiotics we put into people, we put into the environment, the more opportunities we create for these bacteria to become resistant.
But people forgot about the danger of resistance because the drugs were so effective.
And what they had forgotten was the warning that Alexander Fleming himself, the man who discovered penicillin, gave us in 1945, that resistance was already being seen, and the more we wasted penicillin, the more people were going to die of penicillin-resistant infections.
Bacterial resistance is largely inevitable, but it's also something that we have certainly helped along the way. We've fueled this fire of bacterial resistance. These drugs are miracle drugs, these antibiotics that we have, but we haven't taken good care of them.
Public health officials estimate that up to half of all antibiotic use in the U.S. is either unnecessary or inappropriate.
And in overusing these antibiotics, we have set ourselves up for the scenario that we find ourselves in now, where we're running out of antibiotics.